Another beautiful day.
What happened to you? I have a lead in the case, but can't shake this feeling I'm seeing it wrong.
That witch is gone, leaving you trapped in her distorted spell. Claw your way out.
Hi guys, welcome back to Patten Time. Today, Leah and myself, the dynamic duo, will be reviewing Agatha All Along, and I believe the episode one. Obviously, as you know, Disney Plus released 2 episodes straight away, and we will be reviewing both of those. So this particular episode is called Seekest Thou the Road. So yeah, quite interesting, but we will get into the review. But once again, if you're one of our normal subscribers, we thank you for joining with us on this review. And if you're new to Patten Time, thank you for joining with us. Please like, comment and share, and subscribe if you like this type of content. And please have a look at anything else that's on the channel. I'm sure you will find something that you would like. But yes, Agatha All Along is something that they have been talking about for some time. And as you can see, only Leah and myself have decided to review this particular show because of the dark element of it. Now we've decided to still review it because, one, we like Scarlet Witch, and this is obviously a spin-off of WandaVision.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
And so regardless of the dark element, we still just wanted to see where this will leave the MCU, where it's going to take the MCU.
Any links maybe to Scarlet as well, hopefully.
Yeah, so we're obviously very anti Ouija boards and witchcraft and all this, the dark elements. However, we're still going to review the show and take it from there, really. Yeah, should we just jump straight in? Yeah. Okay, so Seekest Thou the Road. So I guess on this episode, I mean, Leah, you jump in any time, but on this episode, I think it's obviously the inception. So we needed to understand what took place after the events of WandaVision.
Yeah, and where the show, what the time frame is.
Yes.
Where is it picking up from?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we obviously saw Agnes, is it?
That's her alias. Yeah.
So we saw her as a cop. I don't know if she was a detective because she had her own office, so she must have been.
I thought it was detective. Yeah.
Yeah. So a detective. So this was the so-called spell.
Yeah, that Wanda had her
that
on.
Wanda had
so
her
she
on.
believes that
Show
that's
us,
who she
so
is.
all the people in the town where she was this detective were just her neighbours, literally. That was created in this so-called bubble that Wanda put her in, or spell.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Now, obviously, we didn't know that initially. We had some.
Yeah. Because we were like pausing at times, just trying to understand what they're trying to give us and the time frame. Where's this taking place? What's going on? Yeah.
So, so obviously, she was called to a homicide in the woods.
Just a dead body, a girl,
Jane Doe, as they call it.
Yes.
Now, obviously, we saw the trailer, so we had good expectation that this was supposed to have been Wanda. Yeah. And obviously, they didn't show the face, but they showed the kind of gear that she was, you know. So yeah. So I guess, you know, that was it, really. I guess.
Yeah, no, that was it. No, I mean it really was just the episode, leaving where we left off from WandaVision. Obviously, the last time I think we saw Agatha was the battle in WandaVision. At the end, and obviously we remember that
stripped of her powers.
Yeah, that she gets her powers when you strike her.
Yes.
So obviously that's like the last battle in WandaVision. So again, leaving off from there, she's still stuck in this spell.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting, and so we obviously find out how she's broken out of this spell, and I think that's through the young boy that came to her.
Yeah.
The young boy, he was the one who actually broke her out of it, by coming to her as, I think, the girl who seems to be one of her enemies.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So to give some content in the sense of that, obviously she's trying to explore the case.
Yeah.
She's trying to explore the case. And her chief, which was her neighbour, introduced this other so-called detective that was going to be working on the case. And this detective was another witch type character.
Yes, yeah, which we meet,
Yeah, which I guess she wants to actually get rid of her.
She wants to give
like
her up because there's people Agatha was running from or whatever.
Yes.
And she wants to give her up.
Yeah. But at this time, they're in this spell, so...
Yeah, this fake world.
So Agnes / Agatha doesn't know what's going on.
No.
But she senses something's not right.
Something's not right here.
So obviously she had this card, and what was happening? Yeah, so she was at home. This so-called lady that they had some past history turned up at her door. They started to talk, etc. and so forth. And somebody was upstairs, wasn't it? I don't think there was anything else.
Yeah.
They were
she
together
heard something
talking.
upstairs.
She heard something upstairs.
And it was somebody breaking into the home trying to take something.
And we mustn't forget that she actually found in the woods the brooch, brooch. Was it her brooch? Or a brooch?
Yeah.
That had a lock of hair in it.
Oh, yeah. And I think that's her broom. Because, you know, like the significant things that witches ride on, the broom.
Yeah.
But it was a tiny one.
Okay.
So she must have spelled it to keep in there. So she just I think that's what it was. It looked like it. But yeah. So he was trying to take something.
So he was trying to take something, chased him out onto the street, obviously caught him, blah blah blah, in custody. Mm-hmm. Now this is when things started to shape up.
And playing with the mind.
Yeah. So he obviously was speaking some kind of incantation or something, some spell.
Chanted something.
And then she said, well, look at these pictures, da da da. And she was showing him. She was, in her mind, showing him pictures of the dead body. But he said, well, what is it? What is it?
It's just flowers.
It's just flowers.
What am I looking at? It's just flowers.
And
then she was looking at... and because she got a bit violent and whatever.
Yeah.
But then she was looking at the window or something like that. And
because
he was like...
the other lady was supposed to be looking through the so-called glass.
Yeah.
That's right.
And he was like, it's just a painting.
Yeah, what are you looking at?
So then we realised that, none of this is real.
Yeah.
Everything's in her head, and he was basically there to break her out of it.
That's right.
And he gets through and he breaks her out of it. She starts clawing her way through, isn't it?
Yeah.
Towards, that's a bit further actually, when she goes to the morgue.
Because obviously when she's thinking, it is just grass, and she's thinking, but that is the picture.
But then she thought, she's not going crazy, let me see the body, because I saw a body.
That's it.
So she goes to the morgue.
So she goes to the morgue, obviously sees the scarlet hair, another...
But it wasn't there at first.
It wasn't there at first.
Then she was like, no. And then she starts describing what she saw.
Yeah.
And then opens her eyes, and it's there. The body's there. She sees the hair.
That's right.
Scarlet hair.
That's right. And this other lady, I've forgotten the person's name, but anyway, this other lady that they had history turns up in the morgue, etc., trying to snapping her out of it.
Snap her out of it. That was the scene where her name obviously popped up
on the card.
On the paper to describe who the body is.
Yeah.
And then again, that woman was there to break her out of it, like claw your way out. She's trapped you. You're in this illusion.
Yeah.
And I thought that bit was quite interesting because she was coming as different Agathas.
Yes.
And I was thinking, that she must be going through the different times.
And then the black and white one.
The black and white, because that was the very last one that we saw in WandaVision. Yeah. But I thought it was interesting because I think later on, the boy character, he says to her, like, you've gone through many errors. Mm-hmm. Like, you've... because obviously Agatha, we find out she's been running away for quite some time.
Yeah.
And he actually mentions to her, like, I've seen all the different, like, identities you've took upon. Mm-hmm. And I think that's all the different ones she was changing into, all the different colours and whatever. Yeah. And obviously the final one was WandaVision's one, the black and white one. So I thought it was interesting.
But it was interesting. And that obviously took her back out of the spell.
Out of the trance.
Back at home.
Know who she is.
Back at home. Naked.
Literally.
And so she's the one looking around, what's going on here?
So she comes out on the street. This was interesting. She comes out into the street, she's butt naked, like proper naked.
But with the locks of hair just covering her breasts.
Yeah, obviously. We know the truth.
Yeah.
But literally, and obviously then we find out that she's literally been stuck in this world, in this illusion for 3 years.
Because he was asking the
for
neighbour,
3
how
years.
long is this?
How long has this been happening? Because he's saying, you would just stay in your home and people would do your shopping for you and all sorts of stuff. So she was in this trance for literally 3 years. And it was funny because obviously she was like in her illusion. She was doing everything. She was living a proper life in this fake world. And when she had gone back into the house, when she was going to, because obviously they then have to try and find a coven and all of that stuff. But it was funny because she was in her living room, her front room. And then there was like a chair there, as in like a make believe car. And I was like, oh my! So when she's driving in her head, she's sitting on this chair, and oh man, I was just like, wow, she's literally been there for 3 years, doing everything for 3 years, stuck in that home. Yeah.
So when did episode 1 finish? Do you remember? Was it? Because he was. Did they do the fight? Actually. Did they do the fight in this episode?
Yeah.
Because she came.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can speak about that. So obviously she starts to get some clothes on, etc. She got a gown on. Remember, she had a gown on, and she obviously.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, she because obviously at the end of it, she realized that Wanda left her with no powers. Right. So now she's got to kind of get her powers back. Okay,
but she had to encounter the so-called evil witch, the other person.
Yes.
She came to obviously destroy her. Yeah.
Realised she has no powers.
She realised, obviously they fight. She was going to beat her quite easily. Mm-hmm. So she said, hang on a second, wouldn't this be more interesting if I had my powers? I mean, this could be a proper fight.
Yeah.
So gave her an opportunity to go and do that. And this is where Seekest Thou the Road. She has to now find the road of getting her powers back.
Yeah, because she wants to go to the road.
Yes, she wants to go to the road. But also the child, or I think it's Kid or something, a nickname.
Yeah, because every time she would ask about him, anything, he can't say anything about himself.
Because
every time he tried, there must be some sort of spell or whatever, and something just covers his mouth, so he can't speak about himself, his name, nothing.
So he was there.
But he's there.
And so the two of them are going to be on this journey of finding back her powers.
Because he also wants to go to the road.
And he also but he's obviously got another
different agenda.
Which is yet to be disclosed.
Because obviously he can't say anything about himself, so we don't know why you're there, what you want, etc.
And that was more or less it, wasn't it? Yeah, they encounter and then start their journey.
It's kind of just an explanation of the continuation of where we last saw her.
Yeah, but
which was fair enough.
Yeah, and I think it more or less ended on that point, didn't it?
So, yeah.
Okay, so that was episode 1. I mean, we didn't think it was rubbish. It was, it was interesting.
Yeah,
given a backstory.
Bad. Yeah.
We obviously feel that the point of Agatha having her own series thought is a bit pointless. We're not sure why, because that was the whole point of this so-called era with Disney Plus. Characters getting shows that was just not really necessary, and that's probably another reason why a lot of us don't necessarily want a bother with it. But
like a few of you guys were saying, was that it's not it might not necessarily be a show for her.
That's right.
But really to welcome in the boy
that
is obviously going to be heavily involved in this season with the whole Young Avengers and all of that stuff. So he apparently is kind of like a welcoming him, like almost Hawkeye with Kate Bishop.
That's right. So
you guys were saying that it basically that it could be that.
And this is supposed to be Wanda's son. Is it Billy?
Yeah, so that's the question. That's the speculation that he's actually Billy. He's one of the sons.
Yeah,
that's the speculation apparently.
So we don't know what's happened. We don't know how it's come about, but I'm sure things will be.
Because obviously he exists in every other universe apart from our one.
Yeah.
So it's very possible.
Yeah.
Well, let us know actually if we're all on the same wavelength of that, because when we heard it we were like, okay.
Yeah, interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was episode 1. Quite a solid start, giving us some history, some background, and now they're on the road.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining with us. Thank you for just taking this time out. Please comment below on anything that we've missed off, something we didn't say, something that we probably got it a little bit wrong maybe. Just let us know, have a conversation with us, the girls in the team are happy to comment back to you all. But please like, comment and subscribe, and also to remember, please follow us on our social channels, TikTok and Instagram. We're putting a lot more content on them as well, so I'm sure there's something, whether it be YouTube or on our social channels, that you will actually find and enjoy. Please check out other videos on our channel, and join us for our next review or next reaction, Patten Time.